Good evening, junkies. Welcome to EminiJunkie.com, your ES Trading Mentor's free trading video for Wednesday, October 6th, 2010. Today we had a total of 6 executable trade signals for a max potential of 13 ES ticks. This video is for educational purposes only, is intended to highlight our high probability trade setups and give you a feel for the quantity of trades taken each trading day using this approach. A full trading plan and daily live trading room can be accessed via our website at EminiJunkie.com. Okay, we opened up this morning at 1155.50, basically right on our closing price. We actually set up for what we would call a range trading day in the room today, so we were not looking to take the signals as much that are part of our normal trading plan as we were looking to trade the edges. So this video, I'm still going to show the normal signal trades, but it is not indicative of the style that we used in the room because of the range nature. In the room we were selling the highs, buying the lows, doing that a couple of times back and forth, and not really taking these entries mid-range. But nonetheless, I just still want to show you that we have a robust system, and if you follow it and go ahead and take every signal, even in a range environment, you know, it does lead to a little bit of chop, but all in all, you still stay safe and you have a stable approach to the market. So this first trade of the day came right down to our moving average after climbing up towards that upper edge, which was yesterday's high. And as the market pulled into the moving average, you can see we actually had a signal to get long, and that signal they traded all the way through it, right through it. T0 started off the day with a big old minus 14 ticks had you been taking the blind signal entry there. Now the market did move back to the upside, came back above our moving average, actually gave us an opportunity to get it long. That did produce targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 7 ticks as we moved back up towards that previous day's high before rolling back over down through the moving average, back down to our closing price. Gave a signal to get short as it pulled back towards that moving average. That short signal did hit targets 1 and targets 2. Now there were a couple of other signals in here right around 10:45 confirmation time, but this first push down, it only came down and touched our target, and so you wouldn't have been filled, so you still would have been short in this trade, and you did not get stopped out. Came down again, and then ultimately after touching multiple times did you get filled to the downside. So that kept you out of 2 signals that would have happened, one to the upside, one to the downside, because you were still in that original signal to the downside, and the target was touched but not filled until later over in here. After it hit it multiple times did it get filled, and ultimately the market traded lower and even through that level. So at 11:15 we started finding some support, bounced into our lunchtime dead zone, which starts at 11:30. Between 11:30 and 1:15 we just kind of sit on our hands, we wait for the lunchtime to pass, and you can see they did push the market down. There was a nice little signal here during lunch, but again, we would not have taken that signal as the market went down towards its pivot, and there were some folks in the room that were looking for that pivot earlier in the morning, and they did get it by mid-afternoon, and you can see after that we had a signal to come up, gave us a signal to get long. That did produce targets 1, and we got our first contract off. There wasn't the follow-through at that particular time. It actually came down through, ended up stopping you out of your second contract, which then set up a signal to get short, which ultimately filled right before the gold line and went down and hit its value to the tick, and it wasn't until after sitting here for a few candles that it actually got filled. So there was a fill, T2 plus 6 to the downside, and then we came back up to the moving average, got a signal to get long right at the 2:30 reversal time, and that signal did ultimately produce targets 1 and targets 2 for an additional 6 ticks. So all in all, it actually was a great day considering the environment we were in. Again, 6 trades for 13 ES ticks. Now, depending on how you played that third trade of the day, if you ended up stopping out of that and then taking 2 other signals, you could have had 8 trades and a little different result on your tick count. But that trade did not get filled, and you would have been in the trade. So We're going to count it as 6 trades for 13 ES ticks. I want to thank you for watching. For more details on this plan, including all the chart setups, or to join our live trading room and video newsletter, please visit EminiJunkie.com or simply click the link at the top of the screen. Thanks, and make it a great day.